Welcome everyone, this is Infinitely Productions, and now we'll be covering the podcast coverage on Howard Eskin and Joey Merlino. For those who are not familiar, we will go over each individual and then cover the podcast. Howard Eskin is an American sports commentator, formerly a host of the sports radio station WIP-FM 94.1 and a contributor to WTXF TV, Channel 29 in Philadelphia. He has been in the game for several decades. He has covered many different Philadelphia sports teams throughout his whole career and life. Recently on YouTube, Eskin has created his own podcast dating back this year on April 14, 2025. So far, he currently has over 1,000 subscribers. On his very first episode, he has had former NBA player and sports analyst Charles Barkley on his first episode of his podcast, which did well for a person who's starting his podcast for the first time on the YouTube world. So as for Barkley, that's covering the basketball world. In the world of football, he has had several different people to be on his channel, including Philadelphia Eagles Brandon Graham, who has won his second time Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles and has had an hour-long podcast with him that you can also check out. And for baseball, he has had former Philadelphia coach Larry Bowa and Philadelphia Phillies legendary player Mike Schmidt, which we all encourage you to watch his videos on his YouTube channel. And if you do watch his videos, please leave in the comments below that Infinitely Productions brought you here so we could show him some love through our channel. And we are also subscribed to his channel just since we are also fans of his contribution and work. Now, as for his recent guest, Skinny Joey Merlino, as you may know if you watch this channel, is the reputed mob boss of the Philadelphia crime family. He has now recently turned his life around and has become a business owner for a Philadelphia cheesesteak shop called the Skinny Joey's Cheesesteak that you can catch on 30 and 20 South Broad Street in South Philly. Merlino himself is also a podcaster called The Skinny with Joey Merlino with his co-host Little Snuff. Both Snuff and Merlino were on Howard Eskin's podcast recently. And for those who are not familiar, these two have also had a history that we covered in a video that we had prior when Joey Merlino was on Howard Eskin Show on WPI back in 1996. Now that's almost 30 years later from what we have currently as of today. We will send you a link to our video that we have of Howard Eskin having Joey Merlino on his show in 1996, but it's only audio, and you can see that in the link in the description down below. And also the second link down below, you will see the full link of Howard Eskin having Joey Merlino and Little Snuff, the full video that's over an hour long, so you can see exactly what has been covered on their own context. Now, during the segment when Howard Eskin had Merlino on the podcast, there was a little bit of technical difficulties with both of them trying to have the same stream, and the video kept interrupting. However, based on the conversation, it's that these two individuals have really picked things up like they did back in the 1996 interview.
And somebody asked, what happened to Joey? I just tuned in. Well, what happened is there's a technical problem, and I believe it's on their end. Maybe some of the food got into the equipment. I can't tell you. Okay, we're going to try it again and see how we can get this thing straightened out. Who is the better coach, Andy Reid or Jimmy Jones? All right, can you hear me now, genius?
Yeah, I hear you, genius.
All right. Well,
Eskin asked Merlino about what was the origin of how he created his podcast, and Merlino really emphasized that he was just tired of informants, aka rats, having their own platforms and making income off YouTube, and he's always wanted to say he wants to speak up for the little guys. Eskin has also shared a personal photo that he had with Merlino that's date back several years. He's also asked him about how the cheesesteak shop is, and according to Merlino, he really wants to build not just the one franchise that he's already created, but he really wants to expand on it and make it a global franchise. He will always emphasize that Eskin he can go wherever he wants, unlike the informants that Merlino cannot withstand. Another thing that Eskin had humor with Merlino is that how many times Merlino has used the F-bomb when it comes to his segments and talking points.
You got to get good microphone or something. What the fuck?
You know what? Okay, there's the first one. That's all right. It's all right. It's a podcast. Hey, listen, I'm ready for that. I don't care. I really don't care.
And like many people in the comments, many people enjoy Merlino's humor. He does not hold back when it comes to his commentary opinions about anybody, especially when it comes to informants. He's always say that they were like tattles, like you are when you're a child growing up, and then he cannot stand them, especially since he's always been vocal that he never turned against anybody that he was associated with, and he helped make sure that they never went to jail for any past activities they have committed. However, he has always been the fall guy and stated that he's always been covering for other people where that may not always been reciprocated. Merlino has also mentioned that when he was under the hole during his years of imprisonment, Merlino has also described to Eskin while he was in prison that he's always enjoyed Eskin's programs. And he also made jokes about how Eskin had made jokes about Merlino while Merlino was in the hole, as you can see from here.
Right.
How do you deal with that? I mean, you know you're in there for a while.
One day at a time. I used to listen to you. I was in a hole. And
Really?
in 6th and Market. I was in shoe, 24-hour lockdown. I used to listen to your show every day. I remember one day you were talking about me. You said, Joey's probably in the joint right now, betting the game, sitting back, relaxing. I cursed you out. This motherfucker, I'm in a hole. But I used to listen to your show every day.
Well,
we had radios like the Walkmans that they would give us.
That's cool. You know, I'm big. So now I know you were listening to me in the hole.
I did WIP.
And there you have it. We will not be going over too many video coverages because we really want you to enjoy Howard Eskin Show on its own merit and let you see the full video in its entirety context. In the meantime, we encourage you to watch both channels. If you want to watch more about the Howard Eskin Shows, please subscribe to Howard Eskin's channel on YouTube, as we have that link in the description below. And also, Skinny Joey Merlino's podcast is also there. Make sure you can also subscribe to Merlino's Patreon account, so therefore you may have access to certain videos that you will not see on YouTube, since he and his co-hosts have been deterred due to their commentary and possibly profane language that may have demonetized them. According to Merlino, he does not really make money off of YouTube, especially with the censorship, and we too as Infinitely Production staff members can relate, since there have been times where our videos may be demonetized or been flagged. So please subscribe to both Eskin's and Merlino's channel, and we hope you enjoy our program, this segment that we did on the coverage of the Howard Eskin, having Joey Merlino and Little Snuff as their special guests. This is Infinitely Productions. We hope you enjoy more of our content. Please leave a comment and like. We hope you enjoy more. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinitely Productions. We love ya.